street, and it feels so sweet, 'cause the world is but a treat when you're on easy street. It's our moment in the sun, and it's only just begun. It's time to have a little fun. We're inviting you to come and see why you should be on easy street.
Welcome everyone to the Easy Street Podcast with Rob Scribner, your host. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Easy Street, our very first live. And of course, my camera is off a little bit. Apologize, can't really fix that right now. But anyway, guys, I wanted to kind of test our equipment here a little bit and see just how capable we are of doing a live show. And it looks like we're kind of there. We use, for those who are seeing us for the first time, let me sit up here a little bit. We use what's called XSplit, and we use it for our other shows, but I do a lot of live feeds and live shows on Facebook, but I've actually never done live for YouTube before. And so it's kind of exciting. I'm hoping it goes well. But yeah, some of the things this has been a really crazy week. And I'm thinking about just doing this as a short 5 or 10 minute broadcast. And then I'm going to resume and do another show tonight around 7 o'clock Arizona time or Mountain time. So I can catch more people after they get home from work. So this is kind of a test show, and I kind of appreciate your guys' feedback in the chat. Please be constructive and not destructive, and give us good comments so help us with the show. I'm hoping the sound is okay. I'm kind of checking on that. Everything shows like it's working okay. This isn't the first time we ever done live, just haven't done live on YouTube. And so having different kind of screens up are kind of different. And I wanted to share just a couple of little things with you. The first thing I wanted to tell you about is Easy Street is syndicated on Good Talk Radio. And you say, well, what's Good Talk Radio? It's an international internet radio station, runs 24/7, has a music license, does the whole thing. We have talk shows from all over the United States and overseas too. And we syndicate a lot of big podcasts, like over in California, we have a gentleman called Joe Messino, The Real Side. We handle all kinds of shows. And so I'd like to show you really quick what Good Talk Radio looks like when you get there. So Good Talk Radio, it's still kind of loading here. Give it a second. Good Talk Radio, when you go to the website, you can go right to what we call, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but up here where it says the schedule, you can see what kind of shows that we are playing. If you'd like to talk to us or leave us any messages, we have a little message board right on there too. The other thing is, if you want to hear the radio station, just press the button Listen Now. It moves over to our licensed platform, which is called Live 365, and that's what allows us to play music legally and with a license. And you can hear the show. Now, you can listen to Good Talk Radio several ways, not just here from the website. You can listen to it from podcast software. Live 365 has an app you can download free, and you just type in for your favorites, Good Talk Radio, and you can listen to our show anytime you want and find out what shows you like. And sometimes we play classic rock, and at night we kind of do a lighter version of classic rock. So if you want something to sleep by, it won't be like playing Led Zeppelin. It'll be playing something a little lighter. So anyway, Good Talk Radio has been up for 2.5 years or something like that. We are broadcast all over the world. We have our own Facebook pages and Twitter and a YouTube channel, the whole works. But our main channel that you're watching, obviously, is as soon as it loads up here, that's not the right channel. Let me move you over to this one. Not that one. I seem to have lost one of my pages. There it is. So this is the RangerRob channel that we're broadcasting on right now. Sorry for all the slides. At least I know the slides are working. RangerRob.com. We own that name. We that's our brand. That's our platform. We've kind of reamped this page to show our videos. We're slowly going to merge a lot of things onto this page, but it's called RangerRob.com. We own the trademark to RangerRob. So it's ours. And so we own RangerRob.com. And obviously you guys know that we make the RangerRob Poopy bags. And so we also have, we've trademarked that. And you can find those on Amazon. So let me get back to my screen right here so you can see that I'm kind of low. And I was playing with the camera just before the show. And of course, I kind of messed it up a little. We use, if you're curious about what kind of camera we're using a Canon G40. And we had to get into a scrunched down studio, and we're not quite used to it. And this camera is kind of overpowering. So we do have other cameras. We may change to that in order to get me down a little smaller. So right now, this is what we got to live with, and we just do our best. If you're wondering what this is our microphone. And anyway, so some of the things I'm going to talk about tonight. One is I just heard another report about stocks. And stocks, oh my gosh. So apparently, I think it was yesterday, the feds injected $95 billion into our stock market, which explains why our stock market hasn't bit the dust. And of course, over the weekend, China, they injected a whole bunch of money into their stocks to keep theirs from going down. So righteously, with all the things going on over there at the C place, and yes, we're going to start watching the vocabulary we're using. Apparently, we've been getting in a little bit of a hand slap. Anyway, apparently, with everything that's going on over there, that stocks have had to bite the dust. But no, China came in and did their thing. And so it held it from going too far down. In fact, it's holding its own. Well, if that's happening there, it's got to happen to us too. Well, instead, when I go to watch stocks here on Monday and Tuesday, they're going up. It's like, no, that's not right. And now I know why. It's because I didn't know that the feds were injecting $95 billion into our stock market. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to try my best not to say the word, but I also wanted to make sure that everybody could see what the new numbers are from the health issue over and out and abroad. And here's my first one. This is Wufoo Live, and it's showing 566 deaths, and confirmed is 28,000 people. And so that's fairly up to date. And then my next one here is obviously the one that everybody's been watching, except that one. My gosh, why can't I find my slides today? We go back to, must be this slide. Aha, got it, guys. So this one's showing 27,636. Don't know if it's been updated recently, but yeah, you can see we definitely still have a pretty big issue going on. So those are the main things I want to talk about tonight. And then I want to also start making sure we can monitor chat. If anybody is watching chat at all, we'd appreciate it if you just say hello, leave a quick message, let us know that the sound was okay, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to make sure that we're just getting this right. Obviously, I've just learned a couple of things, like I'm going to write down my slide numbers because I got a big screen here of these different buttons to push for my slides. And I just don't know what's, I had so many last minute changes that, you never know. So, guys, do let people know that we'll be on around 7 or 8. I'm not sure which one yet. and we're going to try again. This was our kind of test show. I hope you appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback we've been getting. I do want to take the time to say I'm very grateful to the Marfugo folks and all the support they gave us in some of our other shows. Our show is kind of more playful, and we try to actually only do half-hour shows. And the reason being is because we're syndicated on Good Talk Radio, and so we have to fit into a time slot. And so as we kind of master our schedule and then master our 30 minutes, we'll have different things that we'll be doing during the show. I think some of the things that, there's a lot of serious stuff going on. I want to mention that like I did with the stocks, but there's a lot of humorous things going on too. And the other thing you might get a kick out of is we're out of Arizona. So obviously our news and things that go on down here are a lot different than some of the other places in the United States. And I think it'll be kind of interesting for us to be able to share our stories with you. And of course, we're always seeing the stories from the Northwest and all the other wonderful states out there. And we like to compare when it's snowing and blazing. We're sitting here in 80-degree weather. It's terrible. But you guys, in the summer, we get the heavy-duty, nasty 110. The summers, you can hardly function. But, it only lasts for about 3 months. And so we really have like 9 months of summer here, with exceptions of a few rainy days and sometimes some monsoons and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I know some of you are still at work and you'll catch the show after we're done recording. Please leave messages, say hello, tell me where you're from. If you're new to our stuff, let me know. I'll make sure and we subscribe to you. We want to support those people that are watching us. New shows that are out there. Let us know, leave comments and stuff, and subscribe, and we'll subscribe back. Take a look at your show and see if we can't feature you. One of the things that we really like to do on this show is shout outs for other shows. Now, what kind of shows they are? They don't have to be like ours. Ours is a radio show. Ours is a podcast, and it's actually syndicated. But other folks have news shows, like we just did one for Marfugo, and we just talked about Fringe Files. And there's all kinds of really neat platforms out there. If you like a shout out, great. If you'd like to be maybe on our show, we can Skype you in on one of our shows and actually bring you in, and be kind of fun. Like Fringe Files, I'd love to interview her because I'm really curious about what she's doing and why she's doing it. And so I'd love to interview her, put her on this show, let her tell her story a little bit. And I get a kick out watching her learning how to get her software to work. I get to fumble a little bit with this software because I'm using a different platform than normal. But anything we can do to help her to do better on getting her software to work, we're here to help her. We're all one big family. And so we're all fighting the same battles with YouTube and monetization and all that good stuff. And it's not much fun. And we're looking to meet new people, new friends, share information, see and let you guys maybe mold what this show can become. The thing about Easy Street is we can do anything we want. And I own it. so there. And yeah, but we wanted to be more comedy. We wanted to be interesting stories, serious stuff. There's a lot of serious stuff out there already, and we do want to tap into it a little bit, but we want to stay original. We want to stay doing our thing. And don't forget to go to RangerRob.com and bookmark that website. We'll be kind of adding on to it. It was used for something else, and we're just now transforming it to support all the Ranger Rob shows. Now, Ranger Rob shows, we have the Ranger Rob Poopy bags, of course, is our product. We also have Cooking with Ranger Rob. I actually have a cooking channel. So if you guys like grilling, like Traegers and things like that, we actually have a separate channel called CookingWithRangerRob.com, and that's where we put all of our recipes. And we do a lot of other fun stuff. We have things to do with diets. We have the 80-20 vegan, and we also have we support the RV industry quite a bit. So we have another radio station called RV Talk Radio. We also have Arizona Talk Radio, Paradigm Chimes. If you're into paradigms and law of attraction, we have a separate channel for that. We have quite a bit of platforms, and we run over 35 groups on Facebook. We run about 11 different pages, and we have about 11 different YouTube channels. So yeah, Cutting Edge Radio Network, which is covers all of our radio stuff, actually has its own channel. So if you just type in Cutting Edge Radio Network, you'll find it. These are not big channels and stuff. They're just channels that separate our different subjects and different things that we do, so we don't intertwine everything. Yeah, so we have a lot of fun. We even have one called Check This Out People, which is product reviews and stuff like that. We have one on art, if you're into resin art. And we support prepping. We'll probably talk about prepping a lot in this show. Not a preacher of it, but I do, as much as I like the people who watch our shows and my family and stuff like that, I do want to urge people to be prepared, and not just because of the health issues from that other country that are entering all these other countries, but also just if something, some of you guys have really bad storms, snowstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, and your power goes out, and you could be out of power and stuff like that for 2, 3, 4 weeks. It could be even longer. And are you prepared? Do you have stuff to maintain your family a little bit until things stabilize? And also with this really bad cold going on, sorry, I gotta use different words. We could get quarantined, and we may have to hang out at our houses for a while, and for health issues. And of course, you're gonna need food, and water should be all right, I would think, and power might still be on, but the plain old food, can you sustain yourself for a couple of weeks? Can you stay home? And do you have protection? Simple stuff, nothing crazy. Face mask, sanitizer, things like that. Smart stuff to have around the house. I can guarantee you we do, and I'll actually do a video and show you just how much prepping we've actually done here. It's not crazy, but I tell you, we could sustain a month here easily. Piece of cake. Longer than a month if we weren't pigs. We kind of, ration things out a little bit. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And please leave comments to let me know that you are catching our first live show. This is not the best time of day to run a live show. This is a good chance for us to test the software. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please give us suggestions of some of the things you'd like us to do, or you can imagine what Easy Street can do. And don't forget, we're tied into much more than just Easy Street. We're Good Talk Radio. We're cooking. We handle fashion stuff. We handle really big platforms. And so this is just a piece of the pie. So thanks again for watching. Let's see if I can find the right slide. So guys, be safe, be friendly, say hello, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.
We're on Easy Street, and it feels so sweet, 'cause the world is but a treat when you're on Easy Street.